Our next topic that I wanted to talk about is Conor McGregor and GSP are spiritual. So that's the topic. That's what somebody has said. And the way that I see it is like, if they are so spiritual, then why are they fighting in a cage? You know, what they're doing is they're talking about meditation, talking about Zen. I've heard that they're talking about meditation, talking about Zen, talking about these spiritual things and what they do before they fight. What they're doing is that they are exploiting the meditation practices for their own selfish purposes. So they're applying meditation when they're fighting for money, in a cage, for profit, hurting people. So essentially, it's like a murderer who applies meditation while he's in the act of killing somebody. And that's something that you can do. I mean, meditation, you could bring it to any practice. Um, Tantra is known for applying meditation during, intimacy. But there are teachings in Zen where they say that a thief can apply meditation when he's, doing his thing, stealing things from people. So you could apply meditation to anything, So yes, definitely meditation comes in to play when you're sparring, when you're fighting, when you're in survival mode. Yes, if you're good at meditation, it's going to help you drastically in that event. But the thing is, if they were so spiritual, if they're so meditative, then how come they didn't apply that meditation before they even decided to enter into the cage or even get involved with the UFC or any of this competition fighting? If they were so spiritual and so meditative, how come they didn't apply, you know, how come they didn't apply that to their lives to prevent themselves from getting involved into this competitive fighting, for money, for profit, for fame, and to misrepresent the martial arts as a whole. You know, Another thing is, you know, this person mentioned that Conor McGregor, is spiritual, or mentions things about spirituality and what he does before a fight, but there's a lot of videos of Conor McGregor talking a lot of trash to Floyd Mayweather and being very disrespectful to Floyd Mayweather's father, and just going crazy, just acting a fool, so it's the arrogance and the unspirituality is overwhelming energy over any spiritual or any meditativeness that he might have within. Fact of the matter is, in my eyes, a real martial artist would apply the spiritual and the meditative practice way before he would even get involved in competitive fighting in any way, shape, or form. That's what makes a person truly great in the martial arts. It's like learning how to apply the meditative and spiritual practices within his life, so then he will learn to calm himself and not get involved in these unhealthy expressions of the martial arts. I cannot look up to any of these people that are in the cage. I just cannot. I really despise what they're doing and what they're trying to represent within the martial arts. And that's what people do with the Eastern stuff. They like, hey, I'll learn all the fighting. I'll learn about the meditation as long as it gets me better at fighting. And I'll learn all this stuff as long as if I could make money off of this by hurting other people. They're going over there to learn what they want to learn, to exploit it. And that's not the true teachings. The true teachings is like, like a Bruce Lee, like a Jet Li, like a Tony Jaa, like all the Shaolin monks out there, where the Shaolin monks, they learn, they're really gifted, they're really talented, but they might go around and they just do performances. Bruce Lee was just acting, Jet Li was acting, Jackie Chan was acting, Donnie Yen was acting. They don't compete to hurt people, and they're all, Chinese. I mean, Jet Li's Chinese, Jackie Chan Chinese, Bruce Lee's Chinese, all the Shaolin monks are Chinese, and they're learning it to better their lives, to enhance their lives, to better their health, and they're sharing it in ways of where they're not hurting other people, they're not hurting themselves, and they're all Chinese people representing the Chinese martial arts. But GSP and Conor McGregor, they'll learn what they want to learn from the East, from China, from Japan, or wherever, so they could hurt people, so they could misrepresent the martial arts, compete and be violent with it, and then claim that they're meditative and spiritual just because they learn to clear their mind before each fight. These are not spiritual people. These are not meditative people, because if they were, they wouldn't be in that cage. And this is not something that they have to do. This is what they've chose to do. So this is the decision that they've made, and that is not something that I can ever respect. I don't respect those people in the cage. I don't. I don't look up to them. I don't follow them. I don't promote them. I promote people to represent the positive within the martial arts, better their health, live longer, and to gain wisdom, share knowledge, and represent peace and compassion. That's what I promote.